You took apart my fish tank. We both sink to the bottom. Update. Now what you've all been waiting for. The update. So about 2 hours after posting the OG, she got home and saw the carnage of my actions. And I never heard such a shrill scream in my life. And what makes it worse is that I couldn't help but smile. You see, this isn't the first time she's disregarded something of mine. This will be the last, though. What makes this different is that it's a living animal involved. She ridiculed my girlfriend in public. She took $100 my cousin got for me to go on my birthday and held on to it. That was a year and a half ago. She misplaced a scrapbook full of letters from my mother during her stay at the nursing home. She passed away in 2019, and none of these incidents got responses from me. At the time, I thought everything was happening for a reason, but this is the last time I was going to sit there and do S about it. You see, I've something about people. The only language that everyone truly knows and understands is violence. Anyway, she started crying, cried so much she could fill her own darn aquarium. Once she got done bawling her eyes out, she stormed into my room and questioned me about it. I simply said, "Doesn't feel good, does it, to have your S disregarded?" I bet it doesn't. Besides, didn't your grandpa hate you because you refused to look after his grandson? He said he never wanted to see you again. That includes beyond the grave. She then proceeded to threaten to have me arrested for destruction of property. I argued I could do the same for animal cruelty/upboot. After an hour or so of this, she finally said that one day you're going to learn to stop touching people's S, and proceeded to leave the room. I responded, "And you learned your lesson today." Was that disrespectful? Oh, for sure. You can call me a monster, an a-hole, a demon, a piece of S, all of the above for all I care. None of that stopped me from having something I haven't had in a while, a good night's sleep. Now, some people were saying the fish was good as unalive anyway. And yes, I bought the fish not knowing what it needed. So I went to my friends over at r/beta fish, and they gave me the idea of making a makeshift tank. And yes, everything was perfectly safe for Eclipse. The plastic storage bin was cleaned and rinsed and filled with room temp water along with the water conditioner. It had a coffee mug to hide in. It had the sponge and air pump as the filter. It had a small heater next to it too. Not too close, didn't want to melt the whole thing. It even had some sand in it. Sure, it wasn't the best thing, but I can assure you if she didn't touch that tank, it would still be alive today. You can also argue that I only had it for a day. Why does that matter? If you had a puppy for a day, and someone you loved took away everything it needed and left it outside, how would you feel? Some people would say they aren't the same thing, but it is. They're living beings, creatures that could have lasted for years, things people love, things that people care for. If that makes me a psychopath, then lock me the F up because I'm sick of people disregarding my belongings. Swim in peace, Eclipse. P.S. I think I need to point out that my aunt doesn't own the house, my uncle does. And he already told me I'm not going anywhere, so don't worry about that.